Hey everyone, I want to show you my newest creation that I made. It is a folding desk for our little tykes because a lot of us are still stuck at home, especially doing online learning. So I made this little desk for them. It's free up the kitchen table, the countertop. That way they can store their books, store their laptop. And the great thing about this is this actually folds up and you can put it against the wall or in the garage when it's not in use. That way we're not taking a bunch of stuff off the kitchen table, off the countertop, moving it all the time. It gives the kid just a little space that they can call their own. What I want to do is show you guys how I built this. I do have plans available. They're super cheap because I'm not trying to make any money off of it. I just want everybody to be able to make this simple project. If you're new to woodworking, you'll be fine. If you follow the plans and follow the video, I promise you'll get this done. Just comment, ask me a question, I'm here for you. So the first thing we're going to start with is a 4-foot by 4-foot sheet of plywood. I'm building multiple desks because I've got more than one kid that's going to need it. So I went ahead and got a whole sheet of plywood at Lowe's, cut it in half. You can get 4-foot by 4-foot sheets of plywood, and if you need to, the hardware stores are really good about cutting them down for you. That way, if you only have a car and you need to transport it, it's easy to go. Follow the cut list that I have, and you can have it cut there, and it'll be easier to fit in the car. What you're gonna do, just follow along. I'm gonna get this 4-foot by 4-foot sheet ready. I'm gonna mark it out. The desk is gonna be 30 inches wide, 18 inches deep. That should be good enough for a Chromebook, anything like that, laptop that they're gonna use, and be able to write and take notes. All right, so here we go. So while I'm marking this, I'm going to assume, and don't take this the wrong way, that this might be your first project. You may not have all the tools available. So what I'm doing is I'm actually using the board that I bought that's going to be part of the legs to mark it. You may have a square or a level or anything you can use. That's fine too. Again, I'm just trying to do this for everybody able to use it. If you're experienced in woodworking, you're going to have the tools. It's going to look a little Neanderthal what I'm doing, but that's okay. All it is getting it done. So now I've got the top, the bottom marked out, and I've got the back side and one of the fronts. And we're gonna have plenty left over. Now that we got all our pieces cut out, we've got to glue them together. Some of you might want to use screws. I have a nail gun, brad nails, I'm going to use that. So glue is actually what holds it together. The brad nails, that's what holds it while the glue's drying. Trust me, a lot of people when they first get into woodworking are thinking, glue, is it really that strong? Yes, you will actually tear the wood apart before you break the glue. So what I'm going to do is just put a light bead of glue right along the edge, not too close. When you put your piece on, you're going to get some glue that oozes out, and that's fine. Also, on this plywood, there's a sanded side that looks really good, and hideous side. Let's put the hideous side on the inside. Line up the edge. Whenever I'm using a saw or anything, I wear glasses because stuff flies off. There we go. Once that first one is on, I can lift this up, line that up right there. There it goes. Now I'll just go down, put a few in. Let's wipe that excess off right there. And now we'll put the back on. Tell you what, next time I'm gonna get much better quality plywood. That'll hold it. Don't put any brad nails back on the overhang. You'll see why later. Okay, we've got the main part of the desk put together. This is the box where they're going to be able to store everything. Now it's time for the legs. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow the plans on that, get the measurements right, drill it. Once you got this, we're halfway. We're almost there. I like this part, especially how it folds together and everything, and it's just awesome. So use any kind of paint can or cup. What you're going to do is get a radius on the top of your leg after you mark your hole right there. It doesn't have to be like a full radius, completely round. What it is, so there's no sharp edges. This is on the top. And we're going to use a jigsaw to cut that. So what you're going to do here is put that leg up. Make sure your distance according to the plans is correct. Just to mark it. And there you go, there's your mark. We're gonna drill with the 5/16 drill bit right through there. Got two little marks. So what I'm gonna do here is this front leg. I'm gonna go ahead and just set it on top of the next one before I cut. That way we get it exactly the same. You can mark where the drill hole is gonna be. There we go. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting the bolt through, and I got one washer here. I'm going to put two here. That way we have something for this to pivot on. On the inside, one washer, we're going to use an acorn nut. And the reason is we don't want our little ones reaching in here and scratching themselves. So this acorn nut is smooth. Look at that. So when they reach in, it's not going to hurt them or anything. It's all about the kids. So you can tighten that up, not too tight, but get it tight to where it won't come off. And it's gonna still pivot and everything. I'm gonna put the other leg on, then we're gonna put the back ones on. Those are a little bit different. I'll show you how we do that. What I do is stick the screw out just a tiny bit. There we go, pre-drill. See, we pre-drill, we're not gonna split that dowel. There we go. Nice. So this dowel goes here, locks up in there. Perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a handle in the bottom of the desk. So lesson learned here. On the plans, it shows you doing the handle before you put this together. Highly recommended, because when you use a spade bit or a paddle bit, you want to drill and then come back the other way so you don't tear up the wood. Lesson learned. But we'll just sand this out, make it good, nice and smooth. Okay, well, we're getting it sanded. I've got it all put together. I added a dowel and support at the bottom here, and what that does is that helps sturdy it up. So looking good. We're gonna go take it in the living room and my little boy with it. I'm hoping you guys get challenged enough to build your own. It's a great build. I'll show you guys how it folds real quick after this.